Hello friends, this is Ajit from Catalyst class. So in this video we will discuss about the circle. So what are the basic concept about the circle, okay, and few more example we will take it to understand about the circle, okay. So now what is the circle? So circle is the locus of point which move in the plane in such a way, okay, that the distance from the fixed point is same plane. Distance from the fixed point is the same plane, always remain constant. So what I mean to say, this is the point. From this point, any point on this circle, this anywhere, okay, will be the always constant. If I draw this line and this line, okay, length is always same. So this is the meaning, okay. So this line length and this line length are anywhere. If I draw the line and that touches the circle, okay, this circular line, this is the length is same. So this length always, this length will be same with this length and this length and this length and this length. So from the center point, okay, if from the constant, okay, length, if you draw the line, draw the circular line, is called the, it become the circle, okay. So now these are the point, like if O is the circle and if I give the name A, B, C, D and E, and we are saying about OA equal to OB equal to OC equal to OD equal to OA, or any point if you join from O to this circle, okay, this is called the radius. This is called the radius, okay. So now we will talk about the perimeter of the circle. Perimeter, or this is called the circumference also. Circumference. So circumference is nothing but the distance from, okay, distance from A, and if you move one round and reach to the point A again, this length is called the total, this length is called the circle, okay. And the fixed point, this point is called the center. So O is called the center of circle. Now we have already talked about the radius, okay. Now we will talk about the chords. So line segment joining any 2 point, okay, on the circumference is called the chord. So we know that the circumference, so this is the circumference, okay, this is the circumference, fine. So circumference, I will just draw one more circle, okay, and now joining any 2 point on the circumference. So suppose this is the 1 point and this is the 1 point. If join these 2 points on the circumference, okay, these 2 points on the circumference, this is called the chords A and B. So A and B is called chords, okay. Now we will talk about the diameter. So chord which passes through the center of the circle, okay, the chord which passes through the center of, this is O is the center, okay. If this chord is passes through the center of the circle, so if I draw a chord that passes through the center of the circle, okay, this is called the diameter. So if I give the name C and D, okay, C D, so C D will be the diameter, okay. So any of the circle diameter is the highest length chord. Okay, so this is also the chord, but this is called the diameter because this is the passes through the circle, passes through the center, and this is the highest length chord we can draw in a circle. An important point here is, if you see that the point O is the center of the circle, and we can say the OD is the radii, okay, radius, and OC is also the radius. So we know that a radius, if you draw the radius anywhere in the circle, that will be the always same. So from this we can conclude OD equal to OC. Okay, so again we can conclude here radius equal to diameter by 2, or diameter equal to 2 times 2 into radius. Okay, so now we will more talk about the circle. So I will draw one circle, and here is the center of the circle, and we will give the name the O. Okay, and we will talk about now the what is the exterior points. Okay, so exterior point is the point, okay, lying on the same plane as that of the circle is called the exterior point if its distance from the center of the circle is greater than the radius of the circle. So I mean to say, on the same point, here if the point is A, here is the point is B, and here if I take the point is C or D, these are the exterior point called, because exterior point draw on the same plane. Okay, so this point ABC we have drawn on the same plane. Okay, and distance from the center, if you see the distance from the center will always greater than the radius. So what is the radius? Radius is this. Fine. Now what is the distance we will try to find out. So distance from the center with the exterior point A is this, exterior point B is this, exterior point C is this, exterior point D is this. Okay, so OA is length of OA is length of OA is greater than OX. Okay, OX. So length of OA equal to greater than length of OX. So those points are called the exterior point. So these are the exterior points. Okay, because these points are drawn on the same plane, and length from the center, these points length from the center, okay, this length from the center, okay, this length from the center is greater than the length from the length of the radii. Okay, so length from the length of exterior point, okay, is greater than the radius of the circle. This is called the exterior point. So A, B, C and D are exterior point. Exterior point. Okay, so now we will talk about the interior point. Okay, so interior point is also like the same, but that will be the within the circle. So point lying in the same plane as that of the circle is called the interior point, Okay, if the distance from the center of the circle is less than the radius of the center. So we'll talk about interior point. Okay, so interior point is saying this is the point I am taking within the circle. Okay, this is the point I am considering M. This is the point I am taking N. Okay, so the distance from the M and O, so distance from M and O, okay, M and O and N and O, whatever the distance is less than the OX. So distance from the center of the circle to the interior point is less than the radii of the circle. So ON, okay, R, OM, length is less than OX. So OX is nothing but the radii. OX is a radii of circle. So the interior point is always drawn in the same plane, and length of the point to the length of the point from the center is less than always the radii of the circle. Okay. So now we will talk about the point on the circumference of the circle. So we will draw one circle, and now we are talking about the point that on the circumference of the circle. So this is center O. A point in the same plane as that of the circle will be on the circumference of the circle if the distance from the center of the circle is equal to the radii of the circle. So it's talking about the point that is on the circumference. So what is the circumference? This complete circle is, okay, this is called the circumference. Okay, so the any point on the circumference, okay, is the same length, okay, because whenever we draw the line from the center to the this circumference point, okay, always it will be the same as the radii. Okay, so anywhere if we draw, it will be always length of this, okay, OA, this is A point I am taking, this is the A point, B, C, D and X. So always OA equal to OB equal to OC equal to OX. Okay, so that means and the point, any point on the circumference will be equal to the center of the circle. Okay, so now we will talk about the concentric circle. So what is the concentric circle? So concentric circle is the two or more circle are said to be concentric if they have the same center but different radii. So it's talking about if this is the center of the circle, okay, O is the center of the circle, okay, it have the same center, okay, and different radii. So we will see it, what is the radii for this circle. So this is the radii for this circle. Okay, now we will draw the circle that have the same center, okay, but different radii. So we will draw the circle same center but different radii. So this is the circle I have drawn it. So here center is same, okay, but we are saying the radii is different. So here is the radii is here this. So OA is the radii for bigger circle and OB is the radii for smaller center, but center of the both the circle is same O. Okay, this is called the concentric circle. So O is common center for both circle. Okay, so one is the bigger circle where the radii is OA, and one is the smaller circle where the radii is OB but center is same. So this is called the concentric circle. So now we will talk about the equal circle. So what is the equal circle? So by name we can say the circle are said to be the equal if they have the equal radii. Okay, so circle is said to be equal circle if both have the, or if all have the same radii. So equal circle are also called the congruent circle. So that means the center is same and radii is same always. So it will be the only the circle will be always in the same circumference, and radii will be same. Okay, so this is called the equal circle or congruent circle. Equal circle or congruent circle. So now we will talk about the circumscribed circle. A circle that is passes through all the vertices of the polygon is called the circumscribed circle. So any circle that is passes through all the vertices of the polygon, okay, that is called the circumscribed circle. Okay, the center of the circumscribed circle is called the circumcenter. So the center of the circumscribed circle is called the circumcenter, and polygon is called the inscribed polygon. Okay, so what is the center is called? We will call circumcenter. Okay, and that polygon, what is the polygon? Polygon like this is the triangle. I have drawn the triangle, and the circle is going, okay, the circle is going through all the point of this triangle. Okay, all the point from the triangle. Similar way, I have drawn here the square and pentagonal kind of things, and all circle have gone through the touching the all the point of the polygon. Okay, so that is called the circumscribed circle, and polygon is called inscribed polygon. Okay, so these are the important point here we need to remember. So now we will talk about the inscribed circle. Similar way like how we understood the circumscribed circle, so now we will study about the inscribed circle. So what is called the inscribed circle? The circle that is touches all the side of the polygon. Okay, the circle that touches all the sides of the polygon is called the inscribed circle. Okay, inscribed circle of the polygon. The center of the inscribed circle is called the incenter. The circle that is inscribed circle is called the incenter, and the polygon is called the circumscribed polygon. Okay, so you'll understand here the circle that touches all the side of the polygon. Okay, so sorry, this is wrong. So inscribed circle we will know it. So here the figure was wrong. So just I made it the circle that touches all the side of the polygon. So this circle is touches of this polygon here, here, and here. All the sides of the polygon is touching. All the four sides of the polygon is touched by this circle is called the inscribed circle. So now this circle will call the inscribed circle. Okay, and center of the inscribed circle is called the center of inscribed circle is called in center. Okay, so this center is called the O is called the in center. Fine, and polygon is called the this polygon A, B, C and D, polygon A, B, C, D is called circumscribed polygon. Okay, so this is all about the inscribed circle. So now we'll understand the arc, segment and sector. So what is the arc? Arc is the part of the circumference of the circle is called the arc. So a small part of the circumference of the circle, okay, is called the arc. So if I draw a card, okay, if I draw a card here, A and B, suppose I am giving the name A and B, okay, A and B, this is A and this is B, okay, AB is the card, so this is called the arc, this length is called the arc, okay. So that's why the definition is saying a part of the circumference, okay, of the circle is called. So this is the circumference, complete circle, okay, this is called the circumference. The part of the circumference, this is the part of the circumference, okay, this is called the arc, okay. So there is the concept of minor arc and major arc, okay. So this part AB, this part is called the minor arc, okay, and this part, this is called the major arc, okay, or this is called the bigger arc also, bigger arc or major arc. This is the minor arc or smaller arc, okay. So we understand here the smaller part of the circumference is called the arc, okay, or any part of the circumference is called the arc, okay. So that circle, the circumference, okay, is divided into the two part, okay. So this circumference is divided into the two part. So one become the minor arc and other become the major arc. So if I divide this from anywhere, okay, this is the card. If I draw A and B, okay, so one become the minor arc, okay, this is the minor arc, one become the minor arc and other become the major arc, okay. So this become the minor arc, okay, and one become the major arc. So this become the complete minor arc, and this larger side will become the major arc or bigger arc, okay. So this is the basic concept of the arc. So now we'll understand the segment, okay. So what is the segment? So segment, the part of the circle bounded by an arc and a chord is called the segment. So part of the circle that is bounded by an arc, okay, arc is, just I will draw one arc here, okay, and a chord, okay. So this is the chord AB, okay, this is the chord AB, and this is called the arc, okay. So the definition is saying the part of the circle bounded by an arc, okay, and a chord is called the segment. So this is called the basically the segment, okay. So the chord AB is divided the circle into the two segment. One is become the minor segment and other will become the larger segment. So this segment, okay, this segment will become the called the minor segment. This is called the minor segment, okay, and this larger part, okay, this part, okay, is called the major segment, okay. So the part of the circle bounded by the arc and the chord, okay, is called the segment, and the circle is divided into two parts. One is the minor segment and other is the major segment, okay. So center of the circle, okay, always lies in the major segment. So important point here to remember, circle of center always lies in major segment. So we are saying here the center of the circle is O, is lies in the major segment, okay. So this is all about the segment. Now we will talk about the sector. So what is the sector? The region bounded by an arc and two radii, okay, joining the center to the end point of the arc is called the sector. So if the two radii, if we draw it, okay, this is one radii and this is one radii, this is part is called the sector, and the circle is divided into two sector. Now one, this is the smaller and this one is the big, okay. So we can say this is the bigger sector, okay. So this is called the minor sector and this part is called the major sector, okay. So now we understand about all the basic concept of circle, okay. So now in the next video we will talk about, okay, few of the chord properties. So if you like this videos, please like and subscribe this channel. Thank you very much.